The year is 2003. A chill wind whips through West London, carrying not just the scent of rain, but the lingering unease of a club teetering on the brink. Stamford Bridge, a venerable old ground, felt less like a fortress and more like a mausoleum. Chelsea Football Club, once a stylish, albeit inconsistent, presence in English football, was adrift. Years of financial mismanagement, soaring debts, and a revolving door of managers had left them facing an abyss. Bankruptcy loomed, a spectre threatening to swallow decades of history, passion, and the dreams of a loyal, long-suffering fan base. This wasn't just about a football team, it was about a community, a heartbeat that was slowly, painfully fading. Then, from the clear blue sky, a shadow, a Russian oligarch, Roman Abramovich, a man whose name would become synonymous with a revolution. He descended upon Stamford Bridge not just with money, but with a vision so audacious, so unprecedented, it would not only save Chelsea, but fundamentally alter the landscape of global football forever. The beautiful game, as we knew it, was about to be redefined. He bought the club for a reported £140 million, an unfathomable sum at the time. But it wasn't merely a transaction, it was a seismic shift. This wasn't just an investment, it was an obsession. Abramovich poured his limitless resources into every facet of the club. A state-of-the-art training ground, the world's most sought-after players, and crucially, a hunger for immediate success. The sleeping giant was awakening, stirred by the Midas touch of a man who craved victory above all else. The transformation was immediate, almost dizzying. Suddenly, Chelsea were no longer just participants, they were contenders. The arrival of José Mourinho in 2004, a young, charismatic Portuguese manager, fresh off a Champions League triumph, solidified this new era. He declared himself the special one, and indeed he was. Mourinho brought an unshakable belief, a tactical genius, and a siege mentality that forged an unbreakable bond between his players and the fervent supporters. Under Mourinho, a core of legends was forged. John Terry, the embodiment of Chelsea's spirit, a warrior with blue blood coursing through his veins. Frank Lampard, the relentless midfielder, a goal-scoring machine whose loyalty knew no bounds. And Didier Drogba, the Ivorian colossus, a striker whose power and presence could change a game in an instant. These men, alongside a galaxy of international stars, became the beating heart of a new empire. The trophies began to flow: Premier League titles, FA Cups, League Cups, a cascade of silverware that announced Chelsea's arrival at the very pinnacle of English football. They weren't just winning, they were dominating, playing with a swagger and an intensity that left rivals in their wake. Stamford Bridge, once a place of anxious hope, now throbbed with unbridled joy and a deafening roar.
Yet, amidst the glory, there was always an undercurrent of ambition. A single elusive prize that eluded Abramovich's grasp: the UEFA Champions League. It became an obsession, a holy grail that fueled ruthless decisions and constant upheaval. Managers came and went, sometimes abruptly, always with the understanding that only European glory would truly satisfy the man at the top. The quest for European supremacy reached its emotional crescendo in Munich 2012. Against all odds, an aging squad, dismissed by many, battled their way to the Champions League final. It was a night of raw courage, of unwavering belief, epitomized by Didier Drogba, who scored the equalizing goal and the decisive penalty in a dramatic shootout. In that moment, a dream was realized, the impossible achieved. Roman Abramovich's vision was complete. Chelsea, the struggling club on the brink, had conquered Europe. The empire was at its zenith, a global brand, a beacon of ambition and success. The years that followed brought more triumphs, more iconic players, more unforgettable moments. But the relentless pursuit of success also brought its challenges. The very nature of Abramovich's ownership, while bringing unprecedented glory, also meant a constant state of flux. Managers, even successful ones, found themselves on borrowed time. The culture of immediate gratification, while exhilarating, also carried a certain fragility. And then in early 2022, the world shifted. Geopolitical tremors reverberated across the globe, and Roman Abramovich, the man who had breathed life, wealth, and unparalleled success into Chelsea Football Club, found himself at the center of international sanctions. His ownership, once a symbol of audacious investment, now became a liability. The empire he had built, brick by emotional brick, was suddenly, shockingly, under threat. The inevitable arrived with a heavy heart. Abramovich announced his intention to sell the club. It was a moment laden with profound sadness for the Chelsea faithful, a realization that an era, perhaps the most glorious in their history, was coming to an end. The man who saved them, who propelled them to unimaginable heights, was forced to let go. The sale, completed in May 2022, marked the definitive conclusion of the Abramovich era. It wasn't just a change of ownership, it was the closing of a chapter, the end of an empire. The dreams he had dared to chase, the trophies he had demanded, the legacy he had forged, all were now etched into the annals of football history. Chelsea Football Club, reborn from the ashes of near bankruptcy, transformed into a global powerhouse, experienced the dizzying highs of triumph and the harsh realities of change. The Abramovich years were a whirlwind of power, passion, and unparalleled success. A testament to one man's vision and the enduring spirit of a club that even in its twilight still carries the echoes of a revolution. The story of Chelsea under Roman Abramovich is more than just football. It's an epic tale of ambition, glory, and the bittersweet passage of time. The empire may have fallen, but its legend, like the roar of the Stamford Bridge faithful, will resonate forever.